Welcome back to Kamen Rider Review, episode number 26. This one I'm discussing episode 31 to 35 of Kamen Rider B3. These episodes are noteworthy for two things. The debut of a very short-lived commander for Destron, Baron Tusk, his monsters, and the return of basically Kamen Rider 1 and 2. I'll discuss more about that soon. So the very first episode, we're introduced to Baron Tusk. He is a voodoo priest, and he's only here for 5 episodes, and he's done. So he unleashes 3 monsters throughout these episodes. Actually, more like frickin' 4. Yes, seriously. So, basically, these are his monsters he unleashes. You have... Well, his first monster is a boar monster. Then it's a walrus. Yes, a walrus. Known as, Flame Walrus. And the second to last one is a snow wolf. No, seriously, it's a freaking snow wolf. And then pretty much he does unleash one other monster. It's just basically some other standalone monster that appears just in episode 34. It's just a Semadala as a monster. It's basically a woman who's also a tiger. Yep. And she appears just in episode 34. Baron Tusk, his whole thing is that, you're probably thinking, okay, what exactly is his plan? Just carry out what exactly that... Well, the whole thing with the first monster is all about basically supernatural stuff. Because, voodoo priests, obviously. So, I just put in one of the episodes, episode 33, I think it was, where we have the Raider Scouts going to camp. Let me discuss the first 2 episodes before I discuss that one. Now, simply put, basically, the first monster is to just take over now this is basically also the common trope with this particular one. So we have him attacking a nearby village, and he basically sort of kills all of them and basically revives them as zombies. And one of the people just happen to be there is a Raider Scout. All because, attacked by a mutant. And then she just says, never mind, it was fine. And then, basically he's somewhere out there. Now I should point out though, Ken Shikura, who's actually in these 5 episodes. By the way, his final appearance is the next episode, episode 36. Yeah, that's his final episode of the series. Now, in the case of these episodes, he doesn't do very much at all. I mean, he was a good, effective, basically supporting character throughout the first couple appearances. Here, for these episodes, he does practically almost nothing until episode 35. It's like he's there as a very minor character. Not even basically the boss gets a chance to get a chance at some action. Him, it's very little. My gosh, because supernatural stuff. So. He eventually, the monster's taken out anyways by the very end of that one. In the case of the fire one, his whole thing is that, destroying Raider Scouts. That's simply what he basically his job is. And then for the final monster, Snow Wolf, they basically have it where it takes over a camp, run by a friend of the boss's, which he actually, briefly possesses him. Actually, he makes a duplicate of himself as this creature. And when at one point it looks like he's in trouble, and in the case, he also have where the whole thing gets a little bit interesting, because his daughter is turned into basically a wolf-like creature. Actually, it happens previous episode. This one, he just wolf-like creature. And then apparently it looks like that at one point V3 is in trouble. And all of a sudden we hear some laughter, like, who the heck is that? It's Kamen Rider on Hongo. He shows up completely out of nowhere. And then here comes Kamen Rider 2. Yep. They beat up basically everybody there. And of course they destroyed this location. And the monster eventually was destroyed by V3. The very next episode just features them in their final appearance in V3. Yes, Kamen Rider 1 and 2, this is their final appearance in this series. Well, in V3, mind you. They don't return until the next series movie, Five Riders Against the Dark. That's when these two return to the series. Why in the world these guys are absent for the last 18 episodes of this run? I have no idea. It's one of the most baffling things. And about the Tiger Monster, which basically, like, their task is just have revenge against the three Kamen Riders for basically defeating the first three monsters. So he just summons this thing. It's like, oh yeah, she's the mother sorceress of the Tusk tribe. So they battle her and she's defeated by all three Kamen Riders. And then we never see the Kamen Rider 1 and 2 again, like I said. Of course, like I said, they return again until Five Riders Against the Dark. Which I will review that at some point when I get to Kamen Rider X, which, am I going to review it? Okay, I'm going to say yes, that's my next Kamen Rider series I'm working on, Kamen Rider X. So in the case of Baron Tusk's final appearance, first we have this guy who is a Destron fugitive, yes, a Destron fugitive, who escapes from them, and this actually is an episode that features Ken Sakura. He's there for the first portion of the episode, and then he does nothing. No, seriously. He does practically nothing. He's pretty weak against the Destron combatants. Compared to the first two appearances, he's going to be pretty strong. Here, he's weak. So, basically the plan is for Destron, for Operation Brainwash Japan, is take over records for economics, culture, and politics. So as I get the first one, he's rescued, though eventually he's captured again by Destron. And of course, V3 breaks into place. Now, there's also this Destron mutant known as Bloodthirsty Mammoth, which turns out to be Baron Tusk himself. Yep, it is Baron Tusk himself. Because, of course, basically, they would do this. Where in the final episode, we have it where, in this character's final appearance, by the way, this is the 6th time in a row I've seen this, where in a commander's final appearance, it is, oh yeah, he's also a mutant. Just like in Kamen Rider, where in the case of these guys, oh yeah, their final appearance, they're basically a freaking cyborg. Like some cybernetic creature. At least a mammoth makes sense. The other ones make no freaking sense, basically, for their monster forms. So, he takes him on, and then eventually, like, he is defeated by the episode 35, and then it's like, and then you have the leader of Destron like, oh, that was the last of the Tusk tribe. So, I'm going to release you a brand new group, the Wing Corps, led by Archbishop Wing, which he makes his very first appearance this episode. He takes over as the commander with the very next episode. Yep, but in the case of Baron Tusk himself, wow. At times, I'm not really a big fan of voodoo stuff at all in series like this. But, man, it just, by far, not much personality to him. At least Dr. G had personality to him. This guy barely had emotion. I don't know if it's the fault of the actor who's playing Baron Tusk, but I like the name. I think that the look is interesting. Though, it reminds me a lot of Baron Blood from New Teen Titans. No, seriously, look this guy up. He looks exactly like Baron Blood, except no face paint around his face. It's very little. And the suit may be different, but the same freaking mask, same freaking headgear as Baron Blood from New Teen Titans. Yes, but at least Baron Blood's look was awesome, but his dialogue was boring. But in the case of this one, I don't mind. It's the same exact thing. Good look. The dialogue is so boring. Like, I just get so bored basically watching this guy. No wonder why basically this guy was taken to 5 episodes. I think the viewers were getting bored of him. That or he probably was a very lackluster villain. That's probably the reason why they killed him off after 5 episodes. as a Wing Archbishop? Who knows? We'll find out basically when we come back to it. Okay, so that's a particular review. Next one's going to be a comic corner, and it's on to Overlord. Okay, next video. Bye.